Hello there, this is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, talking to you on Tuesday at 2. My camera was going a little weird, and I don't know why. So the format was different. So I hope that it comes out regular. Hello, Barb. I was playing with a new set today that I've had for a while but hadn't played with, Mary Snowflakes. And it has the dies that go with it are I think they're called, stitched snowflake dies. So a lot of fun, something a little bit different. So I thought I would play with those today, showing you those. Also, lots of things coming up. So I don't think I've talked about this at all, but if you're interested in becoming a demonstrator, like I did just for the discount, because I love everything. I want to have everything, and it's better to buy it at a deal. Hello, Susan. You can join my Stampin' Up! Family if you would like. That would be wonderful. You can join this month through November 30th for only $75. Normally you get $125, here comes Kat, $125 worth of product that you get to pick, plus you get a business set up. But this month, until the 30th, you can get $125 worth of product to pick out for only $75. So you pay tax on it, but no shipping either. So, hello, let's see here. So it's, oh, yay, Susan, you're in Florida. It's nice and sunny here, but only 57 degrees. I bet you're warmer. So anyhow, so if you're thinking about it, this is a great time to join. Also, because you would get to see the new catalog sooner. There's a lot of perks to joining, besides being in my family. Oh, 81 by you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're a little chillier. But I must say it is beautiful. The sun is shining and it's gorgeous out. So that counts for something, I guess. Not 81, but. And the other thing I have to tell you about is starting November 16th, we're having a seasonal sale. So 16th through the 18th, 10% off cardstock, 15% off ink pads, not the bundles, but the individual ink pads, and 20% off dies. I think from looking at it, it looks like it's the dies in the annual catalog. So I will take a look at those and pull out some of my favorites. There's so many wonderful dies that aren't necessarily connected to a stamp set. And so that's what I thought I would pull out and share with you next week. If you don't have them, there's some that you really should have in your stamping arsenal. So I am going to turn the camera around. If you have your holiday catalog, the set that we're going to be playing with is on page 12 and 13 of the holiday book. So I will show you that quickly, and then we'll get some stamping done. So here we go. All right, turn this around, and we're going to go for a little ride. So excuse the motion. There we go. Make it a little bit bigger, maybe. Oh, too big. There we go. Good enough. That works. All right. Okay, so this is the set in the catalog. This is what they show you. Very cool. So you have all these little intricate snowflakes, but then you can cut them out. You cut out the background, cut out a different color for behind there. A lot of different things that you can do, but there's some really neat. So here's the stamp set, which is really pretty. And here are the dies. So I'm doing two different projects. So I have these pulled out for one project. This is what is going to be on the holiday buffet. So these are all the intricately cut snowflakes. Let me show you that. So what I used on here is I used the silver. That's not really silver. It's like purple. The darker silver foil. And I cut out my snowflakes. And I will tell you the easiest way to do that. So here's the foil. That's what it looks like. I cut out. And then we cut the adhesive sheet. So our adhesive sheets come 6 by 12, and the foil is 12 by 12. So I cut 2 1/4, and then I cut the adhesive sheet just at 2 inches. So it's just slightly smaller. So you're going to put that right down the edge and then cut out all those snowflakes, and they cut out beautifully. Then you don't have to worry about gluing it in. So that's just a little tip you're going to want to do if you're going to use that. But they look beautiful, and then we put them on the opalescence paper. So this is plain vanilla, and this is the opalescence paper. So I don't know, you can kind of see there's a sheen to that. So ta-da. But those snowflakes are just amazing. So that is in the holiday buffet. But the one I want to make today is this one, because this uses these stitched snowflakes and this long piece. And this is what that piece does. It just cuts into the paper. It doesn't cut it out. You see that? So it gave it a nice texture on the back, sort of like we have the one die that's all leaves, and it's so pretty. Well, that's what this is, except it's in the straight line. So, ta-da. And then I even cut one out inside, popped it up, and put that in. But I have two little areas it's almost like leaves, but I thought that looked kind of neat on there. So that's what we're going to play with today. So you could just use these dies, the inside, and have it just like this, where it would just have this cut, the stitching on your cardstock, or you can use it with the frame, which cuts it out. And that's what I did here. So let's get started. Oops, pulling all my little pieces off. So I'm just going to put this off to the side here. I have a tag die on here. I set these up for class like this. So I have all the dies that they're going to need. And this one is the tailored tag dies. Love those things. So let's put that off to the side. And then I'm going to pull out all of my fixings for my card here. Ta-da. I even cut myself two of the ones for the verse, just in case, mind you, that it doesn't work out. This is for my snowflakes. This is the piece that I want to start with the dies. So I'm going to bring over my cut and emboss machine, and I actually pulled out new plates for you guys so you didn't have all the scratched up plates. So ta-da. So shiny new, first time using them. Ooh la la. All right, so let's see here. This is for the front. Make sure I have the right piece now that I kind of played with it. Okay, yes, this is for the front. So this long die, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it, I kind of centered it, and so that it was still on the edge here. And you can see that it's longer than my cardstock, which is 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm just going to put it down one side and then put it down the other side. Here we go. Just run that through. I love the idea that it's, it gives texture. It's sort of like, like how I feel about the embossing folders. It gives a beautiful texture. There we go. And now we're just going to put it on this side, and then we have the middle is open, and that's where I'm going to feature my verse. So here we go. Ta-da. All right, so we have those done. That's going to be the center of the card. Isn't that cool? I just think that's so neat. I love it. I love that. All right, so now I'm going to cut out my stars. So or my snowflakes, I mean. So I'm going to just put these down here. And then this just fits right in the center. So you can do the embossing part of it and the cutting out all at once. Here we go. I'm just going to fit that right around there. Ta-da. And then our little one here, put it down. And I just kind of set it, I just wanted it to sort of even in there. So, all right, now we'll cut out our snowflakes, and those are going to go on the front of the card. here we go. One and done. That's that. Alrighty. So we have them cut out and all the stitching on them. And look, if you were using the negative, you certainly could do that because it has stitching all along the outside of this frame too. So, but in this case, I'm just going to use that for now. And I want to put one inside. So I'm just going to pull out the inside of my card and get that done right along the edge. I should stamp it first. That's what I would normally do, but I'm shortcutting here a little bit. So I just put this one in here like that. So here's the inside piece. Now I could, on mine, I cut it out, cut the outside out, and then layered it up. You could, if you didn't want to layer it up in the inside, you were kind of wondering about all the different layers when you're mailing things out, you could just not use this outside layer, and then it would just be your snowflake. But, well, maybe I'll do that so you can see it both ways. So here's this. Oops. Let's put this here. And then I took these other little things that are just, I'm going to just emboss it. It just puts the impression, the stitching on your cardstock. We'll do that. So we'll have it two different ways. You'll see the difference here. Where's my dot? Here it is, my little plate. Okay, so this is going to go inside my card. There we go. Okay, let's pull this out of the way, get myself all straight again. Okay, so here is the difference. So on mine, here we go. Am I straight? Kind of. Hello, Judy. You can see on this one, so you just have the stitched impression on there. And on here, I used the outside and cut it out. So either way, you can do either way. I kind of like that you can see behind there and you get it, you know, that two-dimensional thing because I used a dimensional under it. But you can do it either way. So I know some people are sometimes concerned about how thick the cards are as far as for mailing and that kind of stuff. So to be aware of that, that's what you can do, is just not, just leave that one part out. Okay, so here is our front of the card. Here's our little snowflakes. I'm moving everything around here. There we go. So now I wanted it pretty plain, and not, I didn't want to do too much. I was looking for my Coastal Cabana dauber, so I'm just going to pull out another one. It must be in a bucket somewhere. I have, I don't know how many buckets out, 20, probably 40 some buckets out right now. Okay, so I'm using Coastal Cabana, and you know why I'm using that? Because somehow I have like 7 packs of Coastal Cabana. I must have like had the fear of running out. So I won't be running out because I have a boatload of it. So here is my little piece for the verse. I cut this 3/4 by 3.5, I believe. Yeah, 3.5 by 3/4, because part of it is going to go underneath my snowflake. And I wanted it to go all the way to the edge here. So here's my verse. I love this. Merry everything. Merry everything. How much happier could it be, right? Merry everything. Okay, so I'm going to leave about 1/4 inch here at the end. Hope I can get this on here straight. Pretty good, pretty good. We're going to go with that. Okay, now as long as I have my ink out, that's going to go right there. I'm going to just do a little whale tail on there, and I'm going to stamp the inside as long as everything is out here and ready. And so on here, this says Merry Everything, and then it says May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. And that was the thing, was I wanted everything, you know, on the front pretty much just white with a little sparkle of the color here. Now I wanted this to turn to kind of pop out a little bit more my verse. So I did use the dauber. And let's see if I have my little Banners Pick-a-Punch here. And I will put this in, get that whale tail cut. You could fussy cut it or do it this way, whichever you want to do. Boink. There. Perfect. So that 3.5 gives me a little bit of room here and just enough to do that, to have it close to the edge. And I'm just going to tap it with my little dauber here and go along the edge and just kind of flicking it. I just want one kind of a tight look, darker edging, so it kind of pops out almost like there's a layer, because then it'll accent a little bit more when you're using all the white on white. So that's going to go right there. And then I did the same thing to my snowflakes. I just wanted to get a nice tight, just a little bit of coloring on those edges. Let's see here. Family's calling, of course. There we go. There. They forget that I'm sitting down here on my phone talking to my stamping buddies. So yeah, the sign up is pretty exciting, you guys. I never thought I would be doing this, but the nice thing about Stampin' Up is that it meets you wherever you are at, right? So I signed up in 2008, I think it was, just for the discount, of course, like many people. And I ended up, when I had to quit work due to my husband having some health issues, I had to quit work, and so I do this full time. And they used to kind of laugh at me, but my family, but once I started earning trips, they weren't laughing anymore. Then they thought it was pretty cool. So, all right, so let's attach. So this is 5 by 3 3/4, same as the inside. This front layer is 5 1/4 by 4. And we're just going to attach this right away. I don't know why I put it one way and then I always turn it sideways. I feel like I'm just trying to get it centered with these three, with the longest one here, edge. Okay, ta-da. So now I have my cool snowflakes on either side. This is going to be popped up here with dimensionals. So here we go. There. Just peel the back off. Anyhow, when I joined, it was $99, and then, but when I joined, you couldn't pick everything. Like, you could make some choices, like what color ink you wanted, but you had to get ink. It's so cool now because you get to pick whatever you want. Now, when I put this snowflake on, I want this opening, I wanted it that way, just so it's not crowding, over onto my words. So it's sort of framing them in, almost like a negative whale tail there. And I'm going to look and just put my dimensionals on the outside. So now you have the freedom to pick whatever you want. You could pick the cut and emboss machine. Woohoo! That's really a good deal. Pick whatever you want and know that you get to see the new catalogs early. There's all kinds of advantages, and you get into this stamping family that is fabulous. So I glued these other two down. So I have all this popped up, and I wanted to glue these down so they're kind of hidden underneath there a little bit. I put the bigger one at the bottom, just kind of like that. I will go ahead and glue them. So just think about it. If there's a lot that you like, it's a great way. New catalog coming out. It's going to be really fabulous. As a demonstrator, signing up now, when we have the ability as a demonstrator to order early, they let us pre-order some things so we can get it and play with it and know what to do with things. Here's my bow. I have the sparkly little, I love this ribbon. So this ribbon is in the white like this or black with the sparkles. And it's just subtle and light, and it makes a nice bow. And then I'm going to just take my glue dots. I'm going to take a couple of them here. There we go. And just put them where I want them. I'm going to put the bow right about there. So something to think about. Something to think about. There. Ta-da. And then I did use my rhinestones, just the regular rhinestones here. So I used the littler ones. Here's a bigger one. I used the big one on the big snowflake. I like that we have a number of different sizes. And then my little tiny ones, let's see where I have one that's here. I've taken from on here. Again, an odd number, that's what I usually do. And then I'm also going to put one inside on my little snowflake that we just did the impression on. So there we go. Ta-da. Let's put those back. All right. That's going to glue onto here for my inside. It's a pretty fast and easy card. The first one I made with this set was the one I showed you, the Season's Greeting card that we're going to do this Friday is the holiday buffet. So that'll be one of the options that people will have to make that snowflake card. All right, let's glue this inside. Card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Really just standard sizes. When I started, I used to write this wish list. I used to write all the layers here. So when I would get a new pad, I would then transfer all that in. You'd think I would cut it out and just put it on there. No. I would write it all down again. I was like, oh, I'm never going to remember all this stuff. When I started, I came home, the first meeting I went to, and I came home and I said to my husband, I don't even know what those people are talking about. This probably is not going to work. Because they used all these different terms I didn't know about, like DSP and, you know, things that, all these different dyes and all the different terms that they had. I was totally lost. But then when I get in the corner and I just get all my paper, ta-da, and just get to play with everything, it all falls into place. So there you go. Merry everything. So this is with the stitched snowflake dies and the merriest snowflake stamp set. Yeah. So on last week, we made our own DSP on Friday. So this was the card that I showed you that I made online, and that was with the Merriest Moments stamp set. And then I had some more left over, so this is the other card I did. So these are both with stamping, making your own DSP with the Merriest Moments, just stamping all the elements all over on your cardstock, cutting it up and using it. So I just wanted to show the extra one that I did using the same colors. I love that ribbon. But here's today's with the Merriest Snowflake bundle, which has the stitched snowflakes. Ta-da! Lots of fun. I'm going to turn the camera around. Hello, Carol. Here we go. Okay, we're going for a little ride again. Sorry. And back again. Okay. So, that's my card for the day. I hope you liked it. Merry Snowflakes. The thing is, with the snowflakes, you can give those anytime. So if somebody has a winter birthday, it would be perfect to substitute in whatever word set you have. This is another one of those dies that it's from the holiday catalog, but it's one of those dies that you can use even if you don't have that particular set, although it matches the stamp, but the dies are fun on their self, alone. So that's it. There's Kat. She's waiting to eat. I don't know. She's going to give me trouble today. So thank you very much for joining me. I will be back tomorrow for Winging It on Wednesday. Not sure what set I'm going to be pulling up, what monkey cut set I'm going to be pulling up, but it could be a new one. We'll see what I get done this afternoon. So thank you very much for joining me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please chat with me if you are watching now, you're watching later. I do follow that, and I will answer all the questions and comments, and I love, love, love hearing from you guys. Getting that feedback is very important for what I decide to do and what you're looking for. So thank you very much. Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.